going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Right now I'm at Homedale Park. This is like the mecca of high school cross country in this area, just because of all the hills and the great clean course it has. Some guys there, a lot of runners, good environment here. Before I even go over what this video is about, I just want to let the cat out the bag and let you know, yes, I am missing a tooth. But if you go back a few videos, I explained how I had a baby tooth there. There was no tooth under it. So right now I'm really in the process of getting a bridge there. I have a denture basically that holds the gap there, but I hate running with it because I already can't breathe. So having that in there is just suffocating. So hate that. So I'm hillbilly Dan. Anyway, in this video, I want to go over 5 things that have been really helping me out as I'm training for my first 100-mile race. Any of you out there thinking about doing a 100-mile race, it's your first time, I have some good pointers that I feel have been working for me so far in the last 4 months of me training for this ultramarathon. Where I am right now is this 1 mile loop on these trails called the Bowl, and as you see here on Strava, popping it up, it's literally the shape of like a bowl piece or a pipe that you'd smoke out of. What it really is you go down, you're on a flat, you go downhill, then you come around and back up this hill, which we just saw me climb. And I'm gonna do that 4 or 5 times today. What I want to talk about first, and the number one thing that I think has helped me out with all the volume and running I've been doing, and that is strength training, especially doing the legs. And the leg workouts, I don't focus on high reps, doing leg extension, like doing a full leg workout. I really just focus on heavy squats, like heavy 2 to 3 reps based on the day. And what I mean by how I feel in the day is like, I'm going by feel, rate of perceived exertion. So one day I might feel a lot stronger, I'll go a little heavier, and vice versa. But it really helps, like I said, with all the volume, ground and pound on the legs, climbing up these hills, climbing up the mountains. And with these ultra endurance races, you have to be able to endure. You have to have strong enough muscles that are gonna last 100 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles, whatever it is. You're gonna need that. Strength training is key, and it's helped me so much, and I believe it's prevented me from getting any injuries. And that on top of gradually building up my mileage and volume, but that's another story. Strength training's big. I also do upper body most of the week, 3 to 4 times a week. I'm lifting upper body just so I can look good. Upper body is very important when you're running too. When you're climbing up a hill and you're using those poles, you need to be able to drive. In later mileage, you're gonna get tired. Or even when you're running and those shoulders start rolling forward, you should have worked out your back muscles to get a little stronger so that it didn't give out. Eventually you're gonna give out, but if you can prevent it by doing some strength training, both upper and lower, you will be more prepared than you think. So, number 1, strength training has helped big time in this 100-mile race training block. All right, the number 2 thing that has really helped me out is doing shorter runs during the week. On top of my sleep schedule, it's not the greatest, and I just have to accept that right now as I try and fix it, because I'm still in training mode. So if it's not getting fixed, then you got to accommodate somewhere. So between sleep not being that great, which is very important to have for recovery. And being on my feet all day at work, you know, other stresses coming up during the week, it's good to keep it lighter. Do some speed work, hill work during the week. And then on the weekends, I focus on the back-to-back long runs that, you know, are in the trails and around 15 to 20 miles a piece. And incorporating that, I think, has helped tremendously, again, with not getting injured and, you know, being able to build up slowly and adapt to this. Because what could definitely happen during training for these races is injuries from going too fast, too quickly. How's it going, man?
How about you, man?
I'm doing well, thank you. Enjoy your day. Got this rain going on. I love how people just still come out and get active, even if it's crappy weather. It gets me going, gets me pumped up. Back-to-back long runs on the weekends, shorter runs during the week. Still hitting the amount of mileage I want for the week. I think it's helped tremendously. Running past people, smiling, saying hi, and they're giving me these weird looks. Then I noticed I'm smiling with a missing tooth. Number 3, which I think can tag along with the one I just mentioned, is taking it easy on easy runs. And this is something I had trouble with training for marathons because of the pacing. But now when I start out runs, I'm just shuffling my feet, taking it easy, and it's amazing how much better I feel toward the end of a run because I didn't just exert all my energy in the first 5 miles of a 15-mile run. So taking it easy is big, and even on 5-mile easy runs, just trotting along, you know, low heart rate, all that stuff works for building that aerobic base and making you a better runner. And I've learned that the hard way. You know what? At least I learned. And that's what it's all about. Life is just growing and learning. All right, number 4. It's all about training on the terrain that your race is going to be on. Now, for me, it's a mountain race. And from what the videos I've seen and studying the map a little, it's a little mixture between the Appalachian Trail, which I go up north, and Homedale Park. There's some parts that are just like gravel ascending up or gravel going down, and routes just like here at Homedale and at the park I run at home. Like, you wouldn't want to run in trails and then run a road 100 or vice versa. So I'm making sure I'm in the trails as much as possible. 95% of my runs in the trails, maybe some road to trail runs, but most of my mileage and this whole training block has been in the trails. And, you know, making sure I'm getting that vertical gain, which is big in my race. So as I'm peaking closer to the race, I'm gonna still climb my mileage up, but also focus on hitting higher elevation gain weekly total. So make sure you are focusing on running the same terrain your race is gonna be on. And if you can't, then try to mimic it as much as you can. Like, if you don't have trails around you, but you're gonna do a trail race, just run up hills, find hills and run them up, because there's gonna be a lot of hills in the trails usually, unless we go down like South Jersey in the Daytona 50 and it's all flat. But yeah, I mean, but even if you have flat trails and you're doing a trail race, it's good to run on that. And running on trails is a little better for your joints than the roads are technically. So yep, that's number 4. I'm so glad I brought a pair of dry clothes with me, because it started pouring rain really badly But real quick, while I'm at this stoplight, look at my tooth, man. It is crazy. It's funny. That means I really just want to get this information out for you guys. I really don't care how I look. But real quick, number 5, I just want to say is having fun. And even though it was pouring rain and the run didn't feel good the whole time, I still had fun. You know, I'm having fun with this whole training process, and honestly, I keep telling myself that, you know, this is going to be the one and only time I'm going to be able to train for my first 100-mile race. So keeping that in mind has kept pushing me forward, and you know, I'm just very thankful for every day and every opportunity I have to run injury-free and to feel good. All right, I want to put the phone down because I'm driving, but that is closing out the video. Next video, I will have a set of teeth. I'm actually in the middle of editing a video when I was up in the Adirondacks. So this will be dropping and that one will be dropping. So make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, if this is your first video you've seen. Check out others. I'm out here lifting, doing ultramarathon training, trying to feed as much information out to you guys as I can, becoming a hybrid athlete, and trying to just pass on my training methods to you guys. So follow along if you want. See me look like a hillbilly. That's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.